have this name Cristina.
Cristina,
Yeah.
yes.
It's Spanish name.
Yes.
Okay.
I was born in Mexico.
Yeah, you came to the US from Mexico.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, Cristina. Please introduce yourself. What are you doing? What is your business? You are an electrologist and a trainer.
Yes. So my name is Cristina Наваррете, and I am the owner of a business called International Beauty Center, which is located here in Austin, Texas. I am a certified electrologist. I am a national trainer, one of 7 in the country. I am also the first Latin American to be a certified professional electrologist, and I also own a business in Mexico City of electrolysis. City. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You have a salon, or you work on your own?
I have my own business, yes, and I do have here in the United States in Austin. I have 4 technicians working for me, and in Mexico we're 3 technicians working down there.
Electrologists?
Electrolysis only, yes. I have been doing electrolysis for almost 30 years, and I have been a trainer for almost 25 years.
You are doing electrolysis, you do electrolysis over 30 years?
Yes. I'm 50. Yeah, I started when I was 20.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
Yeah?
Yeah. People look here very young.
Well, skincare. We do a lot of good skincare here too.
You have a good, maybe you have good clients and no problems.
Yeah.
So that's why you look so young. Because you see, I'm almost
well, look,
gray.
I have also a lot of gray.
Yeah, but I'm not 50. I'm not even 40.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Well.
I'm almost, but not.
Yes.
So, yeah, but it's genetical.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Well, what can you tell about electrolysis in the US? How it goes? What's good? What is bad?
Okay. Well, when I came here to this country around 15 years ago, the boom of laser already passed. I do know that the boom of laser was here in the U.S. around maybe 22 years ago.
You moved from Mexico.
Correct. And then at that point, when laser started to become a very sought out treatment, people thought that laser was better than electrolysis.
Yes.
So at that point, a lot of people that they were doing electrolysis, because as you know, electrolysis has been around 147 years. That was the only method of permanently remove the hair, and it's that until today as well. But a lot of people, turned to laser when laser started to be a very big business here. And a lot of electrolysis business closed because of that. Fortunately, I came after that. So I have been seeing, and my colleagues also have been seeing, that in the last maybe 10 years, the electrolysis business has been booming again, because people are really right now realizing that laser or IPL is not a permanent solution, it's a permanent hair reduction. And electrolysis is the only permanent hair removal approved by the FDA, not only here in the United States, but around the world. Yes. So when people realize that they actually go to laser and it's a never-ending story, then they really start to see that the hair is not going away, and then they go back to do the research and they finally find electrolysis. So it is a great time for us electrologists right now, because we are catching all of those clients that laser cannot take care of. And then they're really wanting a permanent solution for their hair. So, and you know what, nowadays I have been feeling that the young generation is more prone to have a clear skin, to have something that, like hairy arms are not socially acceptable right now, hairy anywhere, so anywhere on our body that we might have some hair on is right now nowadays not socially acceptable. So it is a great time to be an electrologist
it's good
right now.
For us. Yeah,
it's good for us, yes.
It's our time.
Yes, but as a national trainer, I do have to say that I do give CEUs, like these lecturers right here. I do also give lectures. I have trained in entire states. I've trained the state of Arizona, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Mississippi, and Texas. And when people come to me and say, Chris, can you teach me how to become an electrologist? the first question that I ask is, okay, why do you want to be an electrologist? You know, what is your interest in electrolysis? And when they say, well, you know, it's because it's a good business, you can do a lot of money. I say, well, thank you, but, you know, I'm not going to train you because this is a good business. I will train you if you really have the confidence and the heart of really helping people to become a hair-free person. And if you're really committed to your clients and giving them a very good service that is going to be really helping them to get rid of their facial hair or whatever the hair is, money is going to be just a consequence of that. If you give a great service,
side effect.
It's a side effect, exactly. So, you know, if you have fun, if you really are well educated, you really put the hours into going to school, into reading, into better yourself every day, that's going to be noticeable in your practice. And your clients are going to notice that.
The profession that you must love it to do it every day.
Exactly.
Okay. How long is your training?
600 hours.
600 hours?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like 2 months?
No.
4 months?
No. It's around, well, you know, it's 600 hours is divided into practice and theory. It's 250 hours of theory and 350 hours of practice. But it's real practice. So, for example, if you have an 8-hour day and you go to my office and you sit there for 8 hours and you practice only 2 hours on a real patient and a real client, those 2 hours goes to that 350 hours. So you really do have to practice in real life 350 hours at least.
Yes, 300 is, if you divide by, so it's 2 months.
No. Well,
more
that is if you're practicing literally on a client 8 hours per day. So normally those kind of the process of becoming an electrologist, it can be in between 6 to 8 months to a year. Because, you know, at our age, you know, some students, they have other jobs. They do other things.
6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months, probably a year. Yes.
It's not full day.
Correct.
Okay. Well, what can you say about anesthesia? How is it used in the U.S.? Do people, electrologists, use injections or
well,
creams?
You can use injection if you have a medical director.
So a doctor who will give the admission?
Well, it depends on the state, but I do know that in the state of Texas and other states, you have, you know, your medical director that you will have a nurse, and then that nurse can administer the injections. If you have a medical director, that doesn't have to be on staff. It has to be 5 miles radius presence. The presence has to be 5 mile radius from your place of work. Now, that is very uncommon, you know, in a practice of electrolysis.
It's almost not possible.
Correct. So we do have other kind of anesthetics. We have one is called EMLA, that is a 2.5% prilocaine with a 2.5% lidocaine.
EMLA we also have, but other, so
5% lidocaine.
5%, 10%, 12%.
Correct. 15%. Yes.
So we have lots of.
And we have creams and we have sprays, you know. But regardless of what you know, numbing agent you're using, I will always suggest occlusion, which is administering either the cream or the gel or the spray, and then put a plastic on the top of it, and then that will work a lot better. Correct.
And they have to keep it for 1 hour or?
Yes, 1 hour, 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. Yes.
Okay. So, and with Apelus, it's easier.
Yes.
Really? Because, you know, in Russia, people still, it's a long way of proving your competence, because some people still don't believe that it's possible to reduce dramatically the use of anesthesia with Apelus when you work on Apelus?
Well, you know, again, I have been doing this for a long time, and I have worked with different kind of machines. I've used a Fisher machine, a Silhouette Tone machine, Clear Blend, Henkel, and Apelus. And
so you used everything?
Almost everything, yes. And the pain factor is very important to me. And I guess as a client, it's important that you can actually have a comfortable treatment, but also the one that is going to give you the results that you want. Mm-hmm. And I have to say that the one machine I only use now is Apilus, because it has the exact amount of heat, the necessary heat to really take care of the hair permanently, but you're not going to be torturing the client. It's going to be a very comfortable treatment. And the people that do not believe in Apilus, I will ask them one question. Okay, sit here in this chair and let me work with you with a Claire blend, and let me sit you here in this chair and let me work with you on an Apilus. And 10 out of 10 will choose the Apilus just because of the pain factor. Mm-hmm. Forget about the results that I can give you with an Apilus. Just the pain factor, Apilus will work every single time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And which exactly Apilus do you use?
The XL.
XL.
Yes. Mm-hmm. 27.12 megahertz.
And yes. And Senior is also.
Senior is very good. Yes. That's at 13.56 megahertz. Yeah. But there are different speeds. Senior 2 doesn't have some of the settings that XL has, like synchro. Synchro for me is one of the best inventions of electrolysis because it's a micro-proportional pulsing. Mm-hmm. So you're distributing the pulses all over the hair follicle. Mm-hmm. And then you're ensuring that you are destroying the whole length of the actual hair follicle from the infundibulum all the way down to the dermal papilla. Mm-hmm. So that's why I believe that Synchro is one of the best with Mellow Flash.
Yes. Very good. And so you don't sell Apilus machines, so
no.
you are not involved.
No,
so
not at all.
Your opinion is
It's just an opinion of a professional that has been here, for some time, and have been using a lot of other machines, and the results they speak by themselves.
And why? Why we asked you for the interview, because during the presentation before, we heard you ask the subject that was discussing about moisturizing the skin.
Yes.
And you asked a very good question, and I want to hear your opinion. We liked it. It's like kind of a solution what we can do. So I want you to tell to our colleagues.
Yes, about hydration?
Hydration, yeah.
Well, we all know that disregarding what you're using, even if it's a blend technique or a thermolysis or straight galvanic, the hair follicle has to have water and salt. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what it is. When you're using blend, obviously, you're creating that chemical reaction inside the hair follicle to create the light. And for that, you need water and salt. Mm-hmm. When you're talking about thermolysis, you also need water and salt to create that mechanical action of friction that will create that necessary heat to treat the hair. So it doesn't matter which one you're using. The fact is that we need water and salt. The client has to have a very good skin regimen, not only the day before they come to the office, but a good 2 to 3 weeks before their appointment. They have to exfoliate the skin. They have to take away the dead cells from the top of the skin, because whatever thing they're putting on their skin, and if it's not exfoliated, it's kind of like having a saran wrap on the top of the skin and then putting a cream on the top of it. It's not going to go anywhere. So you have to exfoliate to take away all the dead cells, and then you have to put hyaluronic acid or shea butter on your skin to nourish that hair follicle, so the hydration will be there. But then let's say that nothing works. Like, in your country, winter is really harsh. Yes. So then the skin tends to dehydrate a lot. So my recommendation is to just use the machine that you have. Use cataphoresis. This is, like whatever you're using before the treatment. So you give them the electrode, they hold it, and then with a product called Hydro Plus. Yes, Hydro Plus, you put it on the top of the skin, then you do the cataphoresis with 50 milliamperes for 5 to 7 minutes. And that cream is specifically designed to bring hydration into the skin. That's why they name Hydra Plus. Mm-hmm. And then once you do that, then the hair follicle is nourished. You bring hydration, and then you clean a little bit, and then you start the electrolysis, and then your treatment will be a lot better.
So the client comes with dry skin, and you just put Hydra Plus, and 2-3 minutes cataphoresis.
5 around.
minutes.
Yes. Yes.
And you can start doing electrolysis.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, well, not a lot of people know that. That's why I really wanted to go there and speak because, as a trainer, I studied in 4 countries. I studied in Mexico, I studied in Costa Rica, Canada, and the United States. And I have to take all the knowledge that I can and then just give it to everybody because, I love my profession. And I love that you do what you do, and I love what you guys are doing. And education for me is very important.
Yes.
And, if we as electrologists, we can help each other to bring this profession to be a better profession for all of us, If I'm bettering you as an electrologist or as a distributor or as a client, you can actually do better to another person, and we can all educate each other to make our profession better.
Yes, that's great. So we can finish with these words.
Yes.
Thank you very much,
You're
Cristina.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
It was very nice.